Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. There's going to be no recap today because we just did an episode, yesterday. So we're just going to jump right into things where we left off.
Bad shit happened.
Yeah. So you guys now find yourselves in the Tower of Conjuration in the ancient Netherese city. And after solving a puzzle involving Find Familiar, you have found, among other things, some loot. You got some loot in here. You got some gold. You got a figurine of wondrous power. And you opened a door which led to this foyer of a magnificent mansion. And it opens up, and you see a double staircase ahead that leads to a second floor. There's a grand chandelier that hangs from the ceiling that's absolutely beautiful, that seems to bask this golden room in a warm glow. There are exquisite red carpets and red tapestries lined with gold trim all along the floors and the walls of this place. And sort of flanking this main carpet that leads to the double staircase is a set of maids and butlers on each side. And the head butler sort of approaches you, and he's wearing a nice fitted suit, and he's got some spectacles on, and he says, "Hello, my name is Eugene. How may I help you today, masters?"
Just so we're clear, this room is magical and doesn't exist outside this tower, right?
Yes, of course. This is a magically created plane.
Is there anyone else currently besides you in here? Out of curiosity.
No, just myself and the fellow servants here are here to make your stay comfortable.
Wait, are you telling me that we could rest here?
Yes,
possibly?
of course. You may rest, you may eat. We have dinner ready at all times. Anything you would like.
Out of curiosity, who owns this, pocket dimension thing here?
Master Damareth created this place over 2,000 years ago.
When was the last time he was here?
2,000 years ago.
Makes sense.
Yes. I assume he's dead now. I know.
It seems very likely.
Can I do identify on this to see if I can get more details on the spell?
Just make an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll do one too.
I use guidance on glare.
You might want to use it on Jeff.
I already called it.
Fair.
Hold on, I wasn't in the game.
So
man.
why do you keep serving people if your master's most likely dead
Arcane.
2,000 years ago?
It's part of the spell that he's cast here. See, we're not real, my dear. We simply exist as magical servants forever. But we don't mind. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jeff, you know exactly what the spell is. You've heard the spell was actually created by a very famous wizard who... basically, if you want to think about it in our terms, in our society's terms, it would be kind of like a Merlin type figure, like a very famous wizard. His name was Mordenkainen, and he allegedly created a spell called Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. And so the spell is like a way to it creates a mansion, and it's completely self-enclosed on a different plane of existence. It's basically a pocket dimension / plane where
You move the pocket dimension?
no, you can just stay in it, like the door. Yeah, you can move it, so wherever you go, you can cast the spell, and it will create this mansion for you. And you open the door, and when you close the door disappears.
Oh, we found this?
We found this place in the tower. Yeah, you weren't around at the time.
You found a door. You found a door to it. So now you open the door and you find yourself in this magical door, and you're in this.
Yeah,
So
but we
it
can't
seems to
move
be-
the pocket dimension to
It
our
seems to be
tavern.
anchored to the door, probably.
No, it's anchored to this place. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this particular one.
Does time move differently in here at all, out of chance? Or is it just
no,
normal?
sir. Time continues to move just the same.
Oh, that's a shame. It'd be nice to spend an hour here so we can get, Robin back to normal.
That would be nice, sir.
It would be.
Wait, are we in a hurry?
What? Are you kidding me? We could totally take a fucking long rest here.
We could, but
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to?
Are you in
Yeah.
a hurry, Cat? I mean, it's not like the city's going anywhere.
I mean, the city
Mina
could go
would
somewhere.
say, I don't believe that's wise.
The city could literally be. We
Oh,
could
fine.
literally have other people that are trying to find this place, and we have a head start. That's really our best advantage right
That's
now.
one of our problems. The other problem is the Arcane Blight.
The what,
What's
sorry?
that?
The what?
You've seen those creatures around, haven't you? The Nothics?
Yes.
How do you think those came to be?
I was assuming that they came to be because it's been a really long time and pests got into the place.
They were already here.
No. Those Nothics were once Netherese citizens.
Oh shit.
So, the longer
You
we
could have mentioned
dilly-dally,
this.
the more chance there is we end up like them.
You could have mentioned this. Oh, I don't know. Before we got into the town of dead things,
If I had mentioned it, you all wouldn't have come and helped me, now would you?
I probably would have still actually.
Oh,
I really wanted to come in here.
I wouldn't have.
same.
She wouldn't have. Yeah, well,
But
you
it's all
also
fine.
wouldn't
As
be
long
10
as we get in, we get out, we get the staff, we get the spell book, we're done.
You also wouldn't currently be 20 feet tall, so... Actually,
True.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I personally think it's a great thing. She looks
Aw.
wonderful. And no
She
one can
looked
stop her.
wonderful. She looked wonderful before that, so there.
It's all about that base. What's that base?
Now she's twice
Yes.
as wonderful. Well, three
No
times.
trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mouth is hard, isn't it?
Don't forget, we
God.
still need to find out what's causing the eternal winter and stop it.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We should probably not. We should try to rest as little as possible.
Well, didn't Mina say that there's an orb to the center of the tower that supposedly controlled the weather?
It can
Yes.
apparently do several things.
Yes, there is. It's called the Miathalar. It, among other things, allowed for the control of weather, and I believe this one kept the city afloat. Of course, that
I'd love to examine that.
stopped.
Anyways, so thank you for the offer. We might be back. Depends on how badly the next few encounters go.
Of course, we'll always be here for the rest of time.
You see, Mina, why can't you be more like this guy?
She's
He's very accommodating. Oh, you bitch.
She's already left. Like she's.
Get back here. You better not take any of the good stuff.
Would you like a snack for the road, sir?
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
please.
yes.
Yes.
Wait, can we like check this for traps and stuff? Like, is this like the fairyland godmother thing?
It's basically a magical house that's safe and you can rest in and has accommodations for whatever you kind of like.
Yeah, with Jeff's
Facilities
role,
you need.
Yeah, with Jeff's role, you'd know that it's just a mansion to rest in. It's not.
Okay.
It's not like a trap or
A
anything.
trap?
It's not like it's not gonna have traps. It's not gonna have too many
Okay.
things stored in it. It's literally just to kind of make it easier for you to rest out in the wild.
But it
Yeah,
like,
it
like
literally just makes it 100% safe to take a longer
yeah,
rest.
exactly, yeah. And so if you guys do need to rest eventually, like this would be probably a good spot. And it's got a fully equipped kitchen and staff.
Okay, I start raiding their kitchen.
Okay, what would you like to find?
Just like anything that I don't already have back at home. So like anything that sticks out to me, like a spice or a cracker or a toffee stick or like anything I've never seen before.
Okay, you're just gonna grab everything that you don't see before.
I'm just like, nom, 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 nom.
No, you just
I'm
grab
not
all.
gonna eat them all. I just want to put some in my
Do
bag.
you eat anything?
No.
Nothing at all. Okay.
Robin will take a snack.
Okay. What would you like to grab?
Can Galair get a
So I want to
sandwich?
put some in my bag, right?
Yeah. What kind of food? What exact sandwiches and food would you like?
Chicken sandwich.
You get a
No one
chicken
judge me.
sandwich. It's got avocado on it.
Oh wow.
What is
Fancy.
this place again?
It's called
Mordekaiser's mansion apparently.
Mordenkainen.
Oh man.
I find a nice piece of fish and an ale.
Yes, you find those nice grilled.
Robin will eat a salad.
Okay, Relbin, you get your nice salad, and Xena, you're taking a bunch of stuff with you to cook with later.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm grocery shopping.
Yes.
Good thing you. It's a good thing you have bigger pockets now too.
So Xena, you're all really happy. You got all these groceries and stuff, and you guys are about ready to head out the door. And when you head out the door, you find yourselves back in this room with the ice devil trapped in a magic circle. And
Oh good, you're still here.
Xena, as you walk out with your bags of foodstuffs, they disappear as soon as you walk
What?
out the door.
No.
It's
I
okay.
start
We'll
crying.
go grocery. We'll go grocery shopping after this is all done. I promise. No, it's okay. Stop crying.
Okay.
We will stop at the finest. We have lots of money. We can buy all the groceries you need.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you guys can leave the Tower of Conjuration. Let's go back to the main map here, if I can find it. There it is. All right. So, oh yeah, you guys were going in a semicircle, right?
Yeah,
So you were
we were, and we're
you were currently here.
currently like right here, right?
Yeah. Where's my selection?
And the next place that stands out
This
would
one.
be that tower thing, or that fort thing there.
Yeah. So you make your way over there. Let me just pull up my fancy schmancy note thing.
Still have the blade ward, right, for that thing?
The what?
Or what? Didn't you say I had something?
You
Some
have
sort of-
she has a cantrip.
Oh yeah, you have Blade Ward. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
cast Blade Ward as a cantrip. All right, so as you go to the next room, the next building here, you see that this is a colossal building that has many lofty turrets in a state of disrepair. The ground below is littered with their rubble. A giant-sized door at the base of the structure stands slightly ajar.
Does
Where
it
are
look recently caused to be ajar,
You're right here, basically, where I'm pinging on the map.
Oh, okay.
or does it look like it's just part of the disrepair?
Oh no, it looks like it was opened, but it's slightly opened.
Okay, that's
Yeah, the door's
worrying.
open. That's all. Just a little open.
Give me a sec. Detect magic.
From the outside, you don't initially detect any magic. From the outside.
Okay, so the door isn't magically trapped.
It looks like there's dust and rubble around the base. Can
Yeah.
I look for tracks or anything like that?
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, you do find some tracks. They look like animal tracks.
Would I recognize what type of animal?
With that roll, yeah, one of them looks like almost like a large fox. And the other one is a penguin, a large penguin.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting. Seems a fox-like creature and a penguin.
Yep.
They mentioned something about having weird cross pets. Could that be related to that?
I don't know. I haven't seen this cross pets tracks, so I can't tell you.
Okay, that's worrying. Do we check this place out still, or I kind of want to?
How recent do the tracks look?
Fairly recent. Like,
I mean-
yeah. Like, not within the day or two.
I mean,
Blair walks over and starts to pull the door open to look inside, at least.
Okay, when you look inside, I'm just gonna move you to a map, just so you can.
What are you going to?
Yeah. Look at you, adventurers! I'm so happy. Here it is. So it's a pretty dope map, actually. Okay, so when you all enter this place, you still, by the way, got that dude bound with you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Forgot about
Yeah,
him.
you still have him. He's not really saying much. But as you all enter this place, you see that this is a library, and Mina's eyes like light up, like it's a library. She's super excited, and she immediately begins like perusing the bookshelves nearby, and she's like ooh ah, and she's like reading all kinds of stuff. But as you enter, you see that sort of approaching you all is a bespectacled, jackal-headed humanoid who paces into view, and he's carrying a bunch of scrolls. And he looks like basically like this. And he comes
Not
up
one fucking word.
he comes up to you and he says, "Ah, you must be the librarians. Scriven Scry has need for your assistance."
Do I seriously look like a librarian to you?
Yes, you do.
Okay, you're blind.
Behind him, you see that tailing this individual is what appears to be a giant penguin that looks like this.
It's so cute. I love it.
Yes.
Well, Robin, I'd say we found the source of your tracks there.
Apparently. Hello.
Yes. Now then, I need you to fetch me some books, please. If possible.
I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Why not?
Yes.
We,
No, Glare was just saying that. He actually hasn't done it yet. he's just like, I'm going to hit him.
there's no reason to make enemies if we don't have to.
He's making an enemy right now.
What about frenemies?
I already have enough of those.
How about you over there? You're quite tall. Can you help me reach a book, please?
Okay.
Okay. So, so Xena's following this, this.
Walk the books start falling out of the shelves.
Shit's breaking and
Okay, we really need to. Maybe you should shrink down a bit, Xena. Just
Books are falling out of
Okay.
the shelves as I'm walking.
okay. That's fine. I'm sure that wasn't important. Okay.
And you watch as even the penguin and the fox are popping up a bit as she's like stomping up, and so
We really need to. She needs to learn how to handle herself. I mean, us bigger folk, like we cause like things like that to happen all the time if we're not graceful.
oh, she's fine. Let her do her thing.
I'm surprised
She's
you're
great
not
with
upset about
people.
the book getting. Anyways,
By the way, Mina,
Glaire's gonna take a cursory glance around with detect magic to see if anything stands out. I guess.
Yeah. So there are some things that stand out. All the scrolls that he was carrying.
They're
stand-
all magical.
Yeah, all of his scrolls. And there's also something in his, like, attached to his side, like, something that's magical, but you can't really see it fully. But it does give off a... I want to say transmutation vibe.
Interesting.
oh, yeah, Mina, do you have any idea what those things are? I've never seen them before.
What would you be referring to?
The fox
Get
and the
English
penguin.
accent.
Oh, yeah, shoot, let me see. Oh, natural 20, okay. So Mina says, that, my dear, is an Arcanoloth. They are fiends, and typically are interested in... they can employ magic. They negotiate with creatures. They like books. They speak and write all languages, and they are cunning diplomats and negotiators. Typically, they can be paid to broker treaties, form alliances. They like to be well groomed and like the finer things in life, and they're highly intelligent spellcasters. Most of the time, they're
Ooh.
evil.
And what would one be doing here?
But again, I'm evil. What?
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 No. It's fine. I don't know what he's doing here. Why don't you ask him? I'm here to search these books.
From the shelves.
There are a lot of books here.
Before she
I can
destroys
go
them all.
I'm gonna go see what. I'm gonna go ask him what he's looking for.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a closer look around this place, see if anything stands out.
Okay, make a Glare, make an investigation check. And so Relbin and Xena, Xena, you're the closest, and this fox is sort of taking you up here to the top area of this place where there's a really particularly high bookshelf. And as you're walking along, Xena, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Okay. I turn
Or
around.
not on your shoulder, sorry, you're too tall for your shoulder. But on
My
your
leg.
shin, yeah, there's like a
Okay.
tap from the penguin.
I turn around.
And when you look down at the penguin, he hands you a note on
I
a piece
look
of
at it.
leather.
I look at it.
It says, "Help me."
I pick him up.
You-
Oh god.
yes.
I put him on my shoulder.
So you have the penguin now on your shoulders, and he says the Arcanoloth hasn't turned around. Scrivenscry has not turned around to see you do this, but he says, "Please get that one for me up there. Thank you."
Okay, I go over and take it out. What does it say?
It's a book on one of the outer planes. It's about Elysium, the one that you grabbed.
What's Elysium? Do I know?
Make
Or do I
a
roll?
Arcana check.
Like, I have no idea what this is.
I guess I can't help because I don't even know the book.
Oh my god! What? Okay.
Negative one.
Okay.
You're like, oh, that's just like, that's a plane where all the good gods are. You remember learning that at least in school. Like, that's.
You cut out. You said that's a place where what?
One sec.
All the good god.
Yeah, that's a place where all the good gods are. So it's like heaven, basically. Or one of the heaven-like planes.
Okay.
So he was reading
Like, is it on a top shelf? He couldn't get it?
yeah, it was like on the top shelf.
Okay. I guess I give it to him.
Okay, give it to him. Ah, yes, exactly what I was looking for. Only 5 more to go. And so, okay, so Glare, you find...
So.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, would I have like seen what's going on with the penguin and the note and all that stuff at all?
So only Xena has the note, because it would have, like, passed it to her, but you would have probably seen the penguin give her something.
I don't think Glare would have. I'm probably too preoccupied.
Yeah.
I think that because Jeff is bored as fuck because he doesn't really care about whatever the fuck this thing wants.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals as a ritual.
Yeah.
Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. So
Okay.
while she's looking for books, I'm casting this, and then whenever it's done, I'm gonna say something to the penguin.
Okay.
Well,
So
I'm
just whenever
like
that comes up.
getting the books out, and I'm like, what's your friend here for?
That's my servant, Kingsport.
Oh.
He works for me. And he does an okay job. Except he's blind.
But he works with books?
He does random tasks for me, if I need to fetch something or something, but unfortunately he had no way to get up this bookshelf, which you've solved, thank you, my large friend.
How does he do the task if he's blind?
He can see within a certain range, I think, sort of. He makes his way around.
Just saying, the hammer is still an option.
Okay. Well, how did you get here?
I used a spell to get here, my dear. A plane shift spell.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds fancy.
It is fancy.
Would I have caught him by now?
Yeah, you're there. So you would
Okay.
witness all this as well.
What do I know about the plane shift spell?
Make an Arcana check. DC 16.
Ooh. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Sure.
Okay.
You don't know shit about what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on. He gets a D4 too.
No.
It's just a little bit less F.
I just say, okay, well, why did you come here via that spell?
I came here for these books on the outer planes. There are treaties on each one, and so I had hoped to get about 6 separate books for each of the ones that I'm looking for. And you've helped me get one.
Do you have a library card?
They used to do that.
I'm the librarian here. I tell you if there's a card.
Oh my god, make an intimidation check. With advantage. Strength intimidation check.
Wait, how do I do
Ooh,
with
strength.
advantage?
Yeah, he's fucking terrified. He's like, "Oh yes, ma'am. Whatever you
You
would like."
just said we were the librarians.
Yes, of course. My apologies.
You can't loan books out without a card.
Correct. Yes, I apologize. How can I get a card, ma'am? Librarian.
Let me go
You're
ask
the largest librarian.
I say, let me go converse with the senior librarians, and I will come back and let you know of the application process.
You see, he's sweating a little bit.
Of the application process, so you can loan these books out here.
Oh dear, I had no idea. I thought this place was abandoned. My apologies.
No, it's not. We live here.
Oh my goodness. Very well. Take your time, Kingsport. Go with her, please.
He's coming with me.
Yes, Kingsport. Be charismatic. Get us out of this mess.
Okay, walk away.
Okay, you come back with the
I
penguin.
should other people.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't always work for her.
It doesn't. Normally it doesn't. Normally it does
I
not.
don't even know what just happened.
I guess I go back. If Relvin, I don't know if Relvin's gonna follow or not, but I try to go back to Blair and Jeff and Mina, and if Relvin's there too, and then have Kingsport, and I just say like, well, this poor little penguin gave me this note here, and his master, I guess, because he said that he's the servant, is saying that he's trying to find books about other treaties for different planes or gods or something. I don't really know.
Would I be able to speak to the penguin yet?
Yes. What would you like to say to the penguin?
So, I'm gonna just tell him hello and ask him what he and his master are doing here.
Yes, my master came here to get books, but he's really cruel to me, and he beats me.
He beats you.
Yes. He's
Why does he
unpredictable.
beat-
Sometimes he pushes me downstairs.
Oh my god. How are you blind? Or no, I can't hear it, I guess.
I was born blind.
He's just a terrible thing to you.
Will you please help me? I don't like him.
How can we help you?
Just keep me away from him.
Oh my god.
How can we do that?
I don't know. He'll find me.
Would detect magic find anything magical about the penguin?
No. Yeah, you can tell that he is under the effect of a spell.
Interesting.
It's make a Arcana check.
As you
That's
say.
guidance.
Give a. Alright, let me check the spell level on this thing.
F.
1 sec, because that'll determine the DC. Sure, Hugga knows probably what it is. Yeah, that works. You think he's under the effect of an awaken spell, which is a druid spell that sort of gives animals the ability to talk and sort of have higher faculties. Kind of like the walrus you met before. And the whale.
That's transmutation, I take it?
Yeah.
Would it have anything to do with that amulet that guy's carrying then?
You don't know.
Interesting.
Say, well, right now he believes that he has to apply for a library card, and he has to meet certain requirements for such a library card in order to take books out of this library. And so we have to...
I clap my hands together and I say, I have the perfect idea.
Really? Because I was just about to punch his ticket for him.
So I'm going to walk back over there to him
Yeah.
and I'm going to say, greetings! I hear that you want a library card.
Oh, hello. Yes, of course. The kind librarian.
Yes, indeed. Shut up.
Yeah.
So, to get a library card, you must give us some kind of sacrifice. Something that is useful to you that you are willing to give up in exchange for these books and this card.
As collateral, of course.
Anything you have in mind?
Your companion here seems like he would be useful to us. How about him?
You want Kingsport?
Yes, why not? You want these books, don't you?
Make a persuasion check.
Jeff's doing it because that would have been awful.
Hey.
I got a +10 to persuasion now.
Yay.
Holy shit!
Oh, very well. Very well, very well. You may have him.
Excellent, well done.
He's useless
Your
anyway.
bugs, which other
His
books do you
hand,
want?
and I slap the inside of his hand as hard as I can. And I say, congratulations! You now have your library card.
And then
Blair takes out a piece of paper, scribbles on it, and uses hang on. Where is it?
Well, I start
Magical
finding the book for
tinkering
him.
to make it shine a little bit so it looks magical.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you give something that looks like a library card, basically, somewhat.
It's fancy, it shines, and it's got writing on it, so
Okay.
it'll do.
Yeah.
I wrote it in, of course, Orcish, so he can't read it. Well, he probably reads it, actually. Orcish just sounds funny.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It just says like library card or something. Whatever.
In Orcish.
Yeah. You give that to him, and he's like, "Oh, excellent, yes." And then Xena, you're helping him get the other books.
Yeah.
So he points out the other books to you, and you're getting him all the books. Meanwhile,
While he's doing that, I would like to keep looking around.
yeah, make another investigation check. I have your first roll in mind still. Don't worry. It's just all this.
Okay, I was wondering if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I go sit back down and get my pipe back out. I'm just kind of like, my work's done.
Yes. You find a few things. First of all, you learn 1d3. Roll a 1d3 for me. Facts about this city, and then so 2 facts. So number 16. Let's see if it's something you've already learned. Okay, so you learn upon reading some of these books that the wizards of Ythrin, the city, were on a mission to find relics and ruins of Ostoria, a 40,000-year-old empire of spellcasting giants. And when you read that, you remember that when you were riding that whale to Aurel's abode, he mentioned that there were giant cat-like ruins and stuff down there from where the giants used to live. So you're kind of putting 2 and 2 together there. So
they were off the coast.
Yeah, so they were looking for these relics of... So 40,000 years ago, that's a long-ass time ago, these giants were ancient. And this ancient city was looking for their ancient shit back then. So that's there. The other thing you learn is... Oh, you already learned that one. Fuck me. You also learned that the city's creators used giant mimics as construction tools and beasts of burden.
Oh, God.
Yes. So, you learn that. You also learn, while you were here, you find a journal that was written by someone by the name of Thufius. And in the journal, he describes the fall of the city. And basically, the gist of it is that a long time ago, Iriel Arthas, who was the Prime Lich guy, has traveled to the frozen north in the city in search of relics of this 40,000-year-old race of giants of Astoria. And he says that they eventually found a large stone spindle that bore strange sigils at the bottom, at the sea of moving ice, and they brought it up back to the floating city for study in the year -343 DR. For perspective, you guys are currently in the year 1492, so it was 1,500 years ago, something like that. So anyway, during one of the experiments on that spindle, something went wrong, and a flash of power happened from the spindle, which caused the Mythalar that was holding the city afloat, that golden orb underneath the spire, caused that to shut down, which made the whole city fall into freefall and crashed into the ice snow. In the journal, he sort of details more about life after the crash. Apparently, the main wizard, Iriel Arthas, locked himself away in a demiplane, and he stepped in it just before the crash to save himself. Other wizards did other things to try to save themselves from the crash. Some of the people who did survive tried to flee the city, but the glacial ice blocked all the conventional routes of escape. And any attempts to leave by magic were thwarted because that spindle, that ancient device that they found, was hindering spellcasting somehow. And by the time it stopped, everyone had already went mad. And the last entry in it reads that Iriel Arthas is convinced that aid will come in time from Netheril. I am not so sure.
And what was the name of that lich again? Was that the
Iriel Arthas?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Well, I guess didn't come in time. Sad tale. Although this makes me curious, if this spindle thing somehow disabled all attempts to cast magic, could have made an anti-magic barrier of some kind?
So where's this spindle now?
Mina would say, I believe it's somewhere still in the city. That is the tool that can help us rewind time.
So, powerful thing that caused the downfall of their society, and you still think it's a good idea to use it?
Of course.
I don't get you.
It is a sad tale, but I wonder what those ancient giants of Astoria knew.
Me too.
Apparently not enough to survive.
Very well. Shall we be going?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we have 2 NPCs with us.
Yes.
We're going to get all the NPCs in the city and save them all, leave them out like rats from the Piper or whatever.
Jeff has actually fallen asleep in one of the chairs in the library.
Okay. Do you guys get Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you all begin to head out, that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Yay, shotgun D&D session.
Got
Throw
another
Jeff over my back and sling him through the door. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Kidding.
I almost dropped my freaking pipe, but I'm just like, what the hell, woman?
All right. We'll go ahead.
He's enjoying this nothing too much.
All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks, guys. We had a really quick session tonight. So just to wrap up some stuff from previous sessions. So thanks all for watching and have a good night.
Good luck, have fun, don't
Okay.
die.